The development and maintenance of cost of internet service are comparatively low. Through directory services, it is possible to get the different types of information globally. That is directory services. Internet is a vast network. So it is a network that connects computers all over the world or globally. Website is nothing but a collection of web pages, and we can find different types of information. Dear students, welcome to Computer Science classes. I am Ravi Kumar Kyar, lecturer in Computer Science, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. Friends, let us start our session with the concept Internet Basics. Now, in this session, we are going to learn few terminologies or few terms with related to Internet. Now, let us start with the definition of Internet. So, what is Internet? Nowadays, we are familiar with the word Internet and we are used to Internet. We are well versed with Internet. So, what is Internet? So, Internet is a vast network. So, it is a network that connects computers all over the world or globally. So, what is Internet? It is going to connect different network. Now, you know what is a network? A computer network is nothing but interconnection of two or more computers to forms a computer network. And here, Internet is going to connect a different networks together. That is Internet, and it is known as interconnection of networks. So it is going to connect different networks together. So it is a massive network of networks, or in other words, we can say what is Internet? It is a network of networks because it is going to connect more than one network, and it connects millions of computers together globally. So irrespective of distance, we can connect different computers globally and form a network in which any computer can communicate with any other computer as long as they both are connected to the internet. So that is the advantage of internet, or that is the purpose of internet. So internet is going to connect different networks. So once if they're connected, so here any computer can communicate with any other computer globally, provided they are connected to the internet. So this is the definition of internet. Now let us move on to next slide. Now let us see what are all different features of internet. So first one is accessibility. So it is a global service and accessible to all. And today people located in a remote part can also use internet. So through internet, it is possible to access different types of information. So internet is not a local now, it is a global service. So as per the definition, the people from different location or any remote location can also access internet. That is one of the features, that is accessibility. Next point is ease of use. What is the meaning of easy to use or ease of use? Nothing but, so the software which is used to access the internet, that is web browser, is designed very simple. Therefore, it can easily be learned and used, easy to develop. So if you want to work with the internet, we need to make use of a software, that is a web browser. So it is an application software. So it is through web browser we are accessing different information through internet, and this software is very easy to learn and easy to work with. That is easy to use the software. Next slide is interaction with other media. So this is another feature. So it is a high degree of interaction with other media. For example, news and other magazines, publishing houses have extended their business with the help of internet services. So with the help of internet, it is possible to access different media. In the example, news, magazines and other small businesses. So this is interaction with other media. Next one is low cost. So this is another advantage. So the development and maintenance of cost of internet service are comparatively low. So this is another plus point or features of internet. Now let us move on to next slide. Next one is flexibility of communication. So communication through internet is flexible. It's flexible enough. It facilitates communication through text, voice, and video too. And these services can be availed at both organization as well as individual levels. Nowadays, we are using internet for different types of communication, and through that we can transfer data or messages of different types of messages. So here in the form of text, voice, audio, video, and so on. That is the flexibility of communication, or it comes with different interfaces. That is flexibility of communication. Next one is security. So it facilitates, has to certain extent, help the security system both at individual or at national level with the components such as CCTV, camera, and so on. Nowadays, if we talk about security system, so we are using computers and other hardware devices like CCTV and other devices through internet, so that it is possible for us to use different types of security devices, maybe at individual level at home, or maybe in any small to large organization for the sake of security. So that is possible through internet. That is security. Now in the next slide, let us see what are all important applications of internet. So nowadays internet is part and parcel of our life. So we are using internet for different types of or variety of applications. Let us see few of them. So here first one is applications are server-based applications. Now if you talk about server-based applications, you know the difference between server and a client. So server is a computer, or it is a higher-end computer with higher configuration, and that is a place where we are going to store different types of hardware as well as software resources. So that is a server. So the following are a server-based applications. First one is World Wide Web. So what is World Wide Web? That is www. So it is nothing but World Wide Web, where one can get the information in the form of websites, and through website, web pages, and so on. So that is one of the server is, that is web server or World Wide Web servers, web applications. This is one of the applications of internet. And second one is email. Now email service. So nowadays, you know what is electronic mail or email. So all communications nowadays through email system. So that is another applications of internet. See, from one computer we can send a message to different types of computers, different users at any part of the globe. That is email service. And if you know what is email, it is communication is very fast and very secure. That is email service. Next one is FTP or File Transfer Protocol. See, this is one of the application, or it is a type of software or an application where with the help of FTP, one can connect to server computer and he can access the resources of the computer, or normally we are using this to transfer different types of files from one computer to another computer through internet. This is file transfer protocol. Next one is telnet. What is a telnet? So telnet is an application and is used to connect computers at different location or remote locations or remotely. So with the help of telnet application, one can connect to other computers through telnet application. So that is another application. Next one is IRC or Internet Relay Chat. So this is real-time video chatting. This IRC services, if we talk about IRC services, so here we can directly connect to some other person through video or audio or different types of interfaces. That is IRC services or real-time services or live connections. So this is another applications of internet. Next one is we have looked into some of the internet services. So some of the commonly used internet services, they are communication services. As we have seen just now, communication, that is nothing but our email services. Email services is a communication services. Next one is IRS services, information retrieval services. So information retrieval services, see, with the help of web services or website, and all of us can access different types of information globally through internet. That is your information retrieval services. So one can get any type of information from the website or www. That is another application of internet. Next one is search engines. These are the most commonly type of internet relay services, and they allow user to search the internet for websites, documents, and other type of information. Some examples are Google, Bing, and Yahoo. And you know what a search engine? See, as soon as we talk about internet, we are using internet to retrieve or to get different types of information. And how it is possible? That is possible through web server or web applications. And these are all the different types of search engine. These search engines will help the user to retrieve different types of information from different websites. That is the applications of search engine. Next one is file transfer. As we have seen in the previous slide, as FTP, file transfer protocol. That is another application software. Through that, one can transfer the file to remote computers, or within a services, within network, one can transfer the file or different types of files to another user within a network or even outside the network. That is file transfer. And web services, what we have seen in the same application here. Web services are nothing but web applications. So with the help of web services, it is possible for us to look for different types of information through websites. Next one is directory services. So this is directory services. So through directory services, it is possible to get the different types of information globally. That is directory services. These are all different services of internet. Now let us move on to next slide. And here, next one is online dictionary services. So what is dictionary services? It is accessible via internet through a web browser. So online dictionaries. Now you know what is a dictionary. So it is possible for us to access online dictionaries through internet. That is dictionary services. Next one is automatic network address configuration. So what is network configuration? See, suppose if I talk about computers in a network. So in a network, if there are 5 computers, and if you would like to add one more computer or node, any node to a computer network, so we have to connect it physically. Once it has been connected physically and it is through internet, it is possible for us to automatically configure that particular node or particular computer in a network. So that is automatic network address configuration. That is another services of internet. Next one is automatic IP address, or that is IP stands for Internet Protocol. So it is API-PA, automatic private IP addressing scheme. It is a feature of in operating system such as Windows that enables the computers to automatically self-configure an IP address and subnet mask with their DHCP server So it is nothing but, if I talk about automatic address configuration, it is same as network address configuration. So any computer in a network will be having its own unique IP address. So and it is going to configure IP address automatically. This is another feature of internet services, and this is available in operating system. So these are all another different services of internet. Now in the next slide, Network management services. This is another type of services, internet services, network management services. So what is that? NMS, it is a server that runs network management software application. So it network elements communicate with the NMS to relay management and control information. The NMS also enables network data analysis and reporting. So what is NMS? Network Management System. So it is a type of service or it is a software, and this software or application is loaded at the server. So what is the function of it? So this particular server or a software or application is going to monitor the network, and while monitoring it's going to report different types of errors and different types of configuration. For example, fault management. This is fault management and configuration management, security management, and accounting management. These are all different types of configuration or functions of network management services. Fault management, if at all any problem in the network configuration, so it is going to put us or it's going to give us a notification so that it can be rectified. Next one is configuration management, as we have seen in the previous slide. So it is automatic configuration or manual configuration, security management, and here security management with respect to the user as well as with respect to the network. Next one is accounting management. This is accounting to create a new account to the users or delete account to the users and access permission to different users at different levels. All these are different functions of network management services. Now let us move on to next slide. Now here let us say www, that is World Wide Web. Now you know what is a website or World Wide Web. So generally World Wide Web, we say it is a cloud. So there we can find a lot of information are stored in a server computer, that is called web server. So what web server is a location or a place where all the informations are stored in a web server computer in the form of websites. So that is www, World Wide Web, is a set protocols that allows you access any document on the net through a naming system based on URL. So it is www is a location or a place where we can find different types of information in the form of websites. So it is a set of protocols. So it is a protocol which helps us to access any information document through naming scheme and based on URL. URL is nothing but address of the website. Next one is it is also specifies a way the hypertext transfer protocol to request and send document over the internet. Actually this www, it works with HTTP protocol. So HTTP protocol, it stands for hypertext transfer protocol. So it works with it takes the request and send a document over the internet through web browser. Next one is before internet was mainly used for obtaining textual information. Earlier to internet, they were using World Wide Web only for textual information, but after post www, internet popularity grew tremendously because of graphic intensive nature of www. See, nowadays it is possible to have different types of information, not only for textual information. See, this is about www, World Wide Web. Now in the next slide, web browser. So web browser is a client, www client, that navigates through the World Wide Web and display the web pages. So here now we know we are used to work with internet and through web browsers. So through web browsers we are going to access the information of www, that is a place where all informations are stored in the form of websites. So here to access the information from the World Wide Web, we need to have a software that's called web browser software. It is a client software. So it is a client software. So client software, through client software, it is possible for the user to access the information from the web server. So here is the concept of server and the client. And the informations are stored in web server, and all the informations are fetched, or we can get the information through, that is client, that is a web client, that is web browser. And here Internet Explorer, IE, or Netscape Navigator, these are the two old web browsers. And nowadays we can say Opera, Google, Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, and are different web servers or different web browsers. Now, next one is web server. It is a www server that responds to the request made by the web browsers. Actually, just now I told you what is a web server, and server is a with higher configuration used to store a lot of information. Now, if you talk about a web server, it is the location where all informations are stored in the form of website or in the form of web address, or we say URL. And to access the information of the web server, we have to make use of the web browser. It is a client software. Then through client software, here the concept is the client software, it sends a request to the server computer, and the server computer responds to the client's request and gives us the information or display information through web browsers. So this is a web server and web browser. Web server and web browser is a client software. Next, we talk about what is the web page. Now we know what is a website. Website is nothing but a collection of web pages, and we can find different types of information. So here, what is a web page? The document residing on the website are called web pages. So what are web pages? And here in the internet or in the World Wide Web, all the documents are stored in the form of web page, and the web pages use HTTP protocol. That what I have seen in the previous slide. So HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol, it is a protocol which helps us to store the information in a web page. And first one is, next definition is called home page. So it is a top level web page of a website, and when a website is opened, its home page is displayed at the beginning. So if we talk about website, it is a collection of web pages, and all information in the World Wide Web are stored in the form of website and in the form of web pages, and the collection of web pages forms a website. And here we are using HTTP protocol, and as it is, website is a collection of web pages, and as soon as you open any of the web page, the first page displayed through web browser, that is called home page. So the home page is the first page as and when you open any website through web browser. Now, so students, in the next session, we are continuing our discussion of the chapter 3. Thank you very much.